Hello, tech support. Just wanted to say hi. Hi! Thank you for the 35 months in a row, Mom. Oh, you knocked the bag over. How dare you? Look at that. Now where everyone's little ball is supposed to go. It's on the ground, Mother. What am I gonna do with you? It's okay. Cherish me? I mean, yes, always. Ah, hello. Ignore it. Don't look at it. Hello, Leo. Thank you for your 30 months in a row. Your ball didn't get to go in the bag. Mom knocked it over. Hashtag blame Leo. No, that hype train better stop. I'm gonna go get some food. No. You hear me? I put my paw down. The paw is down. The answer is no. No. Gotta go get food. I'm leaving the mic on just because. No! Hey, chat. Hey, chat. The twins poppin'. Not me hovering over gift subs. Don't do it. The twins poppin'. Should tell them how amazing they are. Just for reasons. Tell them how amazing they are. Alright, for reasons. Food is still cooking. But everyone can hear you now. So say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Everyone, hi.
Oh my god, I have two of them.
What?
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. Well, I guess we have to keep the stream entertained for the time being.
Okay.
This one time at band camp?
I'll have you know. Leo, you multiplied. Just to let you know. There's two of them.
Wait,
now.
what?
You did the same thing Leo does all the time, and I was like, oh my god, there's two of them. Anywho. Excuse me a second. Why?
Ooh, squeaky. Oh.
Sorry.
Very, very sweet.
I do not like that squeak.
Stop it!
I would compare that squeak to styrofoam rubbing against styrofoam.
Stop it, Mom. I'm sorry, it's a new chair. It makes the squeak still.
Get some WD-40 and you'll be fine.
Or duct tape.
Just for right now,
Duct tape fixes.
chat, does everyone sound okay? Do I need to turn volumes up? Yes, I know, we'll entertain you. Just calm down.
I need to turn you down.
I can't. I mean, I don't know what chat's doing, but chat, you're probably lovely.
I'm causing problems because it's my chat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, probably still lovely.
I know one of them's Leo.
Fair, and I know Mom will be here shortly, so
Woohoo!
she was supposedly leaving the mall.
Supposedly.
Currently,
My question is, do they have your wallet?
they have their wallet, so we're fine.
Okay.
Mom's not spending Dad's money. It's okay. Or are they? Who knows?
If I was Mom, I would spend Dad's money.
I am going to need the bonuses, so.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Does everyone sound okay? Like,
I think I need to turn you down just a little bit more.
that's fine.
Oh, too much.
I'm quiet now. So silent.
No. Fox is
About
muted.
time.
I need my spells. Hello, spells.
I mean, foxes are supposed to be loud anyway, so...
I mean, you're not wrong. As a general person, like, I should be a lot louder, but I'm not.
I know. You're a fox, but at the same time, you are not a fox.
I'm so quiet.
Yeah.
The shade.
Who's throwing shade?
Mom.
Oh, is Mom in chat already?
Mom says, I mean, the money is the same account. Dad spends more money on cards than I do.
I have not spent money on cards in like 3 weeks. Sorry, correction, 2 weeks.
You mean hours?
No, it's definitely been more than hours.
Everything sounds good? Good. And I guess that's the last time you guys get to hear from chat.
Well,
Dun, dun,
Chad, it was nice
dun.
knowing you. I guess you gotta go.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Leo.
Alright, so. Let me get that
No.
back up. So we begin this tale in an office. It's small to most people, but for some, it's homey. It's nice. It's got everything you can need. You hear a faint knock at the door.
I go open the door.
Alright, move your character and open the door.
Boop. Oh, is that? Or that's a window.
That is a
That's
window.
door. That's a door.
Yes.
Step back.
Alright. As you open this door, you see a elven-looking individual with a couple of dragon scales. She is, you assume, to be your new charge that they sent you. The new person to do their test of adulthood from one of the royal families.
Ah, one of these, I see. Welcome. Make yourself at home. I'm Falk, just little gnome, deep gnome. is Falk, and he holds out a hand to like introduce himself.
Go ahead and describe what... Actually, how about this? Wolf, describe your character, and then Dad, describe yours.
Okay, so you will see. It'll be an elven-looking woman. She is wearing red and black robes with gold. Oh, what's the word? Embroidery.
Mm-hmm.
Very fiery red hair, and she is carrying a staff made of pure gold with a dragon's head encircling a giant ruby.
Gotcha. Looking back, you'll see short stature, kind of frumpy looking, frizzed hair, clean shaven gnome, like a kind of like brownish overcoat and like a like an out of shape tie kind of coming down from his neck. Like I said, very frumpy looking. He's got like a cigar in one hand, and just kind of like unassuming.
Okay. Kind of Valentine from Fallout 4 vibes, a little bit.
Little bit, yeah, like classic kind of detective.
Okay. So Serena will come in and she will take your hand and introduce herself. I am sorry. I am Serena of the the name's a tongue twister, I'm sorry. I am Serena of the Saranagar bloodline. I was told to be your shadow.
See, I'm Detective Falk. I am most pleased to meet you. You should do fine. It's not too crazy as of late. You know, things like this happen all the time. Constant, little bit of intrigue, a little bit of mystery. But you just gotta play it smart.
I will definitely follow your lead.
Alright, and then Falk will proceed back to his desk and just kind of sit on it, motion for her to sit on either one of the chairs there. And pick up one of the stacks of paper and kind of look over it.
Alright, you
None of
in
the
these...
chairs are in square.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I had to make it big enough for you guys to see and for chat to see. Or just didn't want to play nice. You know that you have several jobs that you could do. There is a wizard in the capital looking for assistance at helping to collect materials, basic stuff. You know there is a hunt out for a set of longbow after he paraded animals through the capital and then broke out of prison and then flooded it as he did so. Mostly just a mischievous druid causing issues.
Mm-hmm.
You know there's some rumors about a dragonborn or a dragon, someone with dragon blood running through their veins in the Dragon's Keep, which is more a dangerous area to be in considering the dragons. And there is a couple of people reporting a strange tower that occasionally emits some strange magic.
Gotcha. I think we're gonna look into this druid a little bit more to start.
Okay.
But I'll also like kind of whistle off the potential cases we could be going after. Just can you put those in chat for me in the Discord chat?
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Awesome.
Cases.
While you do that, I'm gonna chuck some of this.
I think I'm gonna refill some water as well real quick. So be right back.
Alright.
Oh, I wish mine was water. I'm drinking Monster because I've been up for 24 hours.
One second.
Going on a walk. Going on a walk.
Sitting here typing things out. Everyone's enjoying the music.
Oh, there's music?
Oh, you don't get to hear that. Sorry.
Oh, how dare.
Listen, I'm still learning the Rule 20. When I figure out how to get the music to work, I will get music on there and you will have music there.
Tisk, tisk. But if you put the music on the roll 20, then you won't be able to differentiate between Twitch and YouTube.
Right.
Shit, you're right.
I know.
So it's all fine.
Oh, got the notification.
What would I do without this dyslexic thing I got?
Be slightly more normal than you are now.
Completely fair.
I meant this program that helps me fix my text.
Oh!
But thanks.
I said slightly.
All right. So.
Alright, there you go.
Well, you're in luck today. We don't have any murders, so nothing too crazy off the bat. But of the things I need to investigate right now, there's a wizard looking for some supplies. Not really much of an investigation. There's this druid going nuts around here. We can probably look into that. That seems like a good place to start. There's somebody with some dragon blood going around. Seems a little bit sketch to begin with. And then a strange old tower with some strange magic going on. Which I'm not too keen on at the moment.
I'm fine with beginning with a druid, but I have to ask what's sketch about the dragon blood.
You know, it says my husband always says dragons are a little bit scaly. And
You
they
would
can be
also,
dangerous.
you also would know that everyone in the royal family has some lineage of dragon blood.
And Serena's sitting across from you with scales on her face.
Not to say dragons are bad or anything like that. Just, you know, my husband doesn't like me going into too much danger nowadays.
I see. I guess that's understandable.
It had to
That's
happen
it.
before you said anything bad. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. we're playing the bits. We got to do the bits.
Yep.
But you know, if that's something you're more interested in, we can definitely take a look at that. Just don't want to get on my husband's bad side right off. Not today, at least.
Well, you are technically the commanding officer in this situation, so we'll follow your order and go with the druid.
All right then. Fox, what else do I need to know about this druid? What do I know?
Alright. Roll me an intelligence check to see how much of the city news you've been reading.
Sure.
Is there any way I could help them with the roll?
Would that be more like a history check?
Yeah.
Given sorry.
You're fine. I'm trying to think how you would help with that.
Royal gossip circles.
Yeah, anything you could...
Nobles gossip.
Yeah, that's true. Nobles do gossip, so anything you would have heard in the gossip could help, so I could give him advantage on that.
So roll 2d20, and then we're doing history.
Mm-hmm. And take the highest.
Fantastic. I've got a 19 and a 2.
So we're taking the 19.
Which would put me at a 25.
Excellent. Alright. So from what information you have and what information that Serena has, hopefully I said that right? Serena.
Serena.
Yeah, I'm never saying your last name. Serena. What you know of him as he's been causing problems in the city for a while now. It was originally just small things, rice and shops and stuff like that. But lately it just seems to be escalating. And there doesn't seem to be any reason why it's escalating. But it just seems... They've been causing a lot more problem. And they're definitely trying to get the king's attention. Because they do it in places that the king likes. But he liked the main street of town. Well, it's not the prettiest sight anymore. Serena, what you have heard through your royal gossips is you think, from what was heard, it's some person that's fallen in love with the king. Is this weird druid that has gotten to a point where he's trying to show weird, strange affections of love. To a point where there have been possibly several letters sent to the castle that has not been given to the king.
Just mail stopped in its tracks.
Yeah, there's strange love letters that make
left on doorsteps.
There's just strange love letters that make no sense. But you do know that the king is aware of all the damage that this person has been causing. And there is a reward for finding him. And they're sending it out to everyone because at this point he's becoming a big nuisance.
Fair enough. Interesting. Well, let's see if we can't find this fella somewhere and, at least talk to him. Maybe, get him to see some reason if possible. Who knows? Maybe we can straighten them out. Or, at least set them straight.
In your line of work, does reasonable and straight and narrow usually end up the conclusion?
No, it usually ends with murder.
Alrighty then.
So we're trying to avoid that if possible.
I will keep my fire to myself unless needed.
Yeah, I I try to keep things from escalating to the point where anybody else but, you know, the local law enforcement can handle it.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I guess we'll be off then.
Alright, where would you like to go?
Where has this individual been seen most often, or, you know, where was like the last incident happened?
The last incident happened in the prison cells where he escaped and flooded part of the cells in the castle.
About how long ago was this?
It was about... see, this is the beginning of the harvest season, so it would have happened right at the end of winter. Or
So,
the cold season.
So months, weeks? Well, how long are we talking?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And they haven't been seen since?
They have not.
Okay. So yeah, that's as good of a spot as any. I imagine whatever crime scene information would still be available to me somewhere.
Yep. You know, you have full access to enter the prison if you so wish. So if you wish to go investigate and see if there's anything that they have missed.
Yeah, I'll send a word out. I think do I have message? Yeah, how's message work again? I forget. It's only at close range, right? Yeah, it's close range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm just going to, you know, put word out to bring me like any information that they have, as far as like the initial investigation, and then we'll go to the prison and take a look around.
Yeah. It's easier enough to get a courier boy to send out a letter, and then as you're sorting through files and deciding what to do after this, the courier boy comes back with another letter, and they said they will have all the information for you ready when you arrive to go through.
Fantastic.
Alright. We'll speak for a second.
Hi.
Okay.
Sorry, I was adjusting my microphone.
You're fine. Apparently the music was drowning you out, so I just wanted to make sure.
First, you play music that we can't hear, and then you drown me out with it?
Not intentional. I'll have you know.
Uh-huh.
It's always been intentional.
How dare.
Yeah.
Alright. Let
Foxes
us...
and beans.
No. Let me pull up the map. I have to pull up 2 maps, so you're gonna have to give me a second.
It's okay. Uh-oh.
What happened?
ADHD brain, you said let me pull up the map, and then my brain went, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm...
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, that's happened to me before, but wow. Alright. Alright. Let me find... Alright, so let's get this map, because this is gonna go on the bottom. Spoilers. It's fine.
Spoilers.
You'll get there eventually. And then I need this map, which is gonna go on top.
Oh,
It's slightly. It went. Phew. It's fine.
yeah, the entire prison.
Yeah, I need. You need to look at that. Why is this map smaller? What the heck? Oh, I'm still on this. I'm on the wrong tool. Clear that.
Dun, dun, dun.
First things first. This background map disappeared. This map,
No, our characters.
your characters are fine. Excuse me, as I apparently have to make this as big as it actually is.
Full scale.
Full scale it. I don't know why it's so small. I know it was a lot bigger when I looked at it, so the fact that it's tiny here, I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's gonna make it blurry.
As long as we can see it, that's what matters, right?
Yeah, it's annoying though.
Well, so am I, but you put up with me for 14 years now.
Jesus.
Oof.
Who was calling me? 1 second.
One.
Mm.
Rude people, rude. Anywho, hi. We're back.
Hello.
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 Hi Raider, how you doing? Alright, so we'll start here. You're at the prison is located underneath the castle, so you come to the gates of the castle. Obviously there are some guards. They come out to greet you. I didn't think this far about what kind of voice this guy is gonna have. Well, we're gonna find out today. Hi, welcome. How may I help you?
We're here to investigate that one druid.
Oh,
You should have had word sent ahead.
yes. I'm sorry. We've been expecting you. Come. And they will scurry you off to, one of the side wings. There you will find, a box of evidence and stuff sitting on a table for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is all the things we could find about Seta, and as well as some of the stuff that we have come across cleaning up his messes.
I see. And the previous report, is that here yet, or
The previous what? I'm sorry. I'm doing good.
from whoever investigated this the first time? There's supposed to be a report waiting for me?
Yes. There's several. It seems we can't seem to keep people on the case, I'm afraid.
I see. Well, I'll have a look at this, and if you can go grab me those, be much appreciated.
Yes. And then he will wander out.
Okay. What's left evidence-wise at the moment?
There is scraps of fabric, which seems to be possibly coming from Seta's robe. There is a bunch of information about rumors, a bunch of stuff that they've heard of people. There's a bunch of letters that are in the box. There is a couple of hair that's been tagged. Not sure if it's his or animal. Could be one or the other. Could be both. And there doesn't, other than that, it doesn't seem to be like there is a lot going on in this box. Like, they don't have a lot of information about him.
Gotcha. Let me see here. What do I have on hand? Alright. I'm just gonna run a simple detect magic over it, see if there's anything.
Alright.
Detect magic.
Alright, remind me how that works again? Is there something I have to roll?
I think I just get the information on it. Let me pull it up real quick. Detect magic. For the duration, you sense the presence of a magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. You learn the school of magic, if any. Spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood and or dirt.
Alright. So things that light up in your vision is obviously Serena's staff.
Mm-hmm.
Serena in general.
Yeah, Serena in general, but like mostly her staff. You can definitely tell that being dragon, obviously magic. And then you notice that in the box there's 2 letters that seem to be glowing.
Okay. Just pieces of parchment, or is this?
You would think so. The letters don't seem to have been opened. They just seem to be chilling out, like unopened envelopes.
Gotcha. I'll observe one of them and figure out what school of magic is attached to them.
Alright, I have to look up the schools of magic real quick. Schools of magic, D&D, please. It would fall under illusion.
Interesting. Yeah, if it's illusion, I'm just going to, like, actually look at it, perceive it.
Like, open it up?
Yeah.
You easily open up this letter. And it seems to... At first, you're not sure what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's a letter. But for some odd reason, no matter how hard you look at this piece of paper, you can't read it.
Perception or investigation, maybe?
I would say Arcana.
Arcana. Okay. Sure. 1d20, and then 22.
Alright, from what your information of magics and illusions and stuff, there's some spell on here that's preventing you from reading it.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Oh no!
Really bad.
Oh no!
Well, that came through quicker.
Yeah, that was
What?
fine.
What the fuck? Why do I have to yell? It doesn't need me to be a fox for like a second. It's like, you're not being loud enough. Be loud! From what you know of magic and the school of illusions, you can tell that whatever was cast on this letter has made it so you either have to do something or it's making it so you can't read the letter.
Interesting. Hey, Serena, I got your name right.
Yes.
Yeah. There's some funky magic going on with this. Do you have any idea? And just kind of hold out the letter to her.
Um. I mean, can I do an Arcana check too to see if I can tell what specifically is going on with it? I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 23.
A 23.
First roll on my new spellcaster dice
Whoa!
was a 19. So basically checking to see if I can identify exactly what it is and if there's anything we can do about it.
Alright. I'm trying to remember what spell was cast on here. Hold on. This is a bit a bit of higher ranked magic than you know of. But you would know that a lot of magic can be dispelled if you have the spells to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You also know that, like, this kind of magic takes time. This isn't just something that you do, like, quickly and then you move on. Like, you need a lot of time and patience to make a spell like this. And it seems weird to just waste it on a small letter.
Okay, definitely relaying that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a trick if DM will allow it.
Okay?
Okay, so since I was pretty much able to identify it, not 100% of course, but is there a way, so oh wait, that's specifically image. Well, I mean technically. Okay, I'm gonna make this complicated. Is
Go
there
ahead.
a way, because you can use prestidigitation to make illusory effects. Would I be able to make a kind of counter illusory, like an illusion that counters the illusion, kind of making it somewhat normal?
Basically, you're trying to trick it into thinking nothing's
Yeah.
wrong here.
Yes. I mean, I could roll deception with you, if that makes it easier.
Yeah, well, we can do that. I'll let you try. Roll to see if you can somehow trick this piece of paper
Okay.
with your own illusion spell.
That's a 1.
Alright, first run of the season!
Plus 7, so it's an 8 total.
Alright, so this is the first time I get to offer this. Would you like another chance?
Oh.
I can type that one away. Pretend it didn't happen. I mean, it will come back.
Can I confer with my co-player?
Go right ahead.
What do you think, Kane?
I would hold off because I don't
Okay.
think this piece of paper is going to be that important that we need to risk that.
That's what I was thinking too, but I wasn't sure if you really wanted to know or not.
In before this is like the secret to the entire setting, and we've just been fooled. But hey,
Yeah. All right.
nah,
So no,
I don't think it's worth it.
I'll keep the one.
Alright. So you attempt to try to trick the magic, and the paper is just unfazed.
In my defense, I am self-taught.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you don't burn it, it's fair game.
I'll quickly set the paper down.
Yeah, yeah. How about the other one? Is it the same kind of deal on it?
That one, you know it has illusion on it, so yeah. You don't know if it's the same kind of deal.
I'll check on the other one real quick.
Alright. As you're doing this, that guard will come back with like a bunch of papers and place it on the table before just kind of
Okay.
giving a polite bow and then walking out of the room.
Hold on, just one more thing.
Yes.
Can you go pass a message on to who would I know that like has other magical abilities that I could get to maybe come help me out as an assist on this other piece of paper?
So you do have ties to the royals. Who would you know? That's
Because I don't
Would
get to spell magic
Serena
until a couple levels.
If they wouldn't know anybody, would Serena?
you both might know this. Just trying to figure out which one.
Dun dun dun.
You do know, so right off the bat, you remember that there's that wizard that's outside of town. They're not connected to the royal family, but they do a lot to help with stuff whenever asked. But they like to live alone.
Is this the same one that was requesting goods and services?
Yeah. Obviously, just they tend to all do that to everyone, even if you're not in the position where you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
You would know. You would know, Anar Eldercloud knows some magic. They are a high official within the ranking of the capital magics. You've worked with them at least once. Oh no. Anar. Sorry. Trying to write shit down.
Yeah, no worries.
You would also know. Valman. He has no surname. He is a strange individual that managed to make his way up in the ranks, and has refused the title ever since. But he knows a bit or two about magic and a lot of the histories of magics. He likes learning things. And then Serena, you would also know, just because of family relations, kind of. You didn't hang out with them or anything, but you know there's Herrick. He is one of the children of the blue dragons. They tend to have a lot of magic. They're sparky individuals, to say the least, but he's been on a trip for a while now. He went to go investigate something in Furbolg and hasn't quite come back yet.
Okay, so I don't know anybody that can help.
Not at the moment.
So of the like 3 people that we have options for, who would be in my mind the most reliable from what I've interacted with?
You would think, Inar would be the most reliable. She's usually...
Okay, yeah.
But she's also usually, like, super busy.
Okay.
And Valman is kind of reliable. He'll go off on a tangent, though, if you get him talking.
Fair. Yeah, I'll ask for either one of those 2. Just whoever can be over here the quickest. Not a huge rush, but or at least can meet me maybe next day or so.
Yes. I will send word to them. Thank you. And then
Fantastic.
guard will walk out of the building.
Yeah. Alright, how about this other letter?
This one, you open it and it seems to be fine. It doesn't seem to be messing with your vision. It does seem to be a very cringy love letter, though.
I see. But is it still, like, pinging for illusion magic?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and arcana this one as well, just to, maybe see if I can decipher what kind of magic's going on. Well, or would that just need to be, like, an identify?
I would say more identify.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast identify in that case. As a ritual.
You can tell on this one. Let me double check. This one has as you're identifying it, you can tell it has what is called illusory script.
Okay.
So, like, to most people and the creatures, the writing appears normal, and it conveys whatever meaning you intend to write for that text. But the writing, there's a hidden writing that you can't see, that may be unintelligible, might be a mystery.
Gotcha.
But
Can I determine how long ago this was cast?
yeah, you can. So this spell usually takes about 10 days to before it wears off. So it has to have been somewhat recently. So it's either within 9 days or within a couple of days.
And this was sent to the kingdom in between the escape and
Yeah. So this is sent between his. This is sent sometime after his escape, you would assume.
Gotcha. Can I call for who would know when this was received?
You're not sure.
Okay. I'll hold on to this one. Keep both of them for the whoever we got coming.
All right. You can do that. So
Alright. And then what else is about?
They had just brought in those reports that you had asked for. There seemed to be a couple of, like, obviously bound papers together, and it seems to be like 5 different reports.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I guess we'll just start examining those.
Sure thing. How do you want to do this? Do you want to read them yourselves? Do you want to assign Serena to do anything?
I'll split up between the two of us if you want to just give us as much information as possible, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Alright. So, you give half the stat, you get half the stat. The first paper I would assume that you would read is... So, there's a lot of discrepancies from the first person that started this investigation to the person that's at the end. The person at the beginning, it seems like he was mostly hired to understand where these love letters were coming from. And it doesn't seem to have any connection, or it doesn't seem to have him making any connections between him and Seta Longbow. At this point, you would assume that was when Seta was doing small crimes, and it was just they were trying to figure out where these letters are coming from, or you're unsure. But it just seems to talk about unable to trace these letters. Some letters are hard to read, and some letters would appear as one thing, and then when come back to later would be something different.
So this is just kind of a recurring theme of, like, illusionary script going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another report that you would read, this one seems to be specifically just dedicated to things they do know about Seta Longbow. Various different rumors about him being some kind of strange man that came from the woods. It talks about not being 100% sure where he came from, but he doesn't seem to really belong anywhere around here.
As that comes up, I'm gonna think about my partner and start to piece something together.
Okay. They do know that it does mention that his magic seems very strange. But it's unable to trace as to, like, most recorded druid circles. But not to say that there isn't druid circles that haven't been recorded about.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't been able to track down what druid circle he is. It seems to end with just unable to find any information about him and just unable to figure out what's going on. Another report that you guys come across, it starts off as they're trying to see if they could connect the letters and the Seta Longbow case, because they seem to have some correlation. And then it doesn't finish off like the rest of them do. So it goes into, like, details of certain crimes, like random rats in the bakery. There was an incident with a couple geese chilling out in the courtyard that didn't belong there. There was a couple of reports of pigeons, like hundreds of them, just causing a mess in the city. But it always seems to come in contact with around the same time that these letters were mailed in.
Okay.
And then this one just abruptly stops. There is no conclusion to this report. There is nothing. It ends.
Interesting. Which one of us two would have gotten that letter?
I would... Hold on. I'll find out.
I got a D2 if you need it.
Yeah, flip a coin.
My spellcaster dice came with a D2.
Sure thing. Heads or tails?
Well, one or two. I'll take two.
1.
Okay.
Alright, so it would have been, Serena, you would have gotten this one.
Okay.
Let's see, the other 3 reports. Another report that you would have read, this one seems to be the last one that was done, because it mentions the flooding of the prison. It mentions not being sure how he escaped, being sure how he did it, but there's now a giant hole, because you would know that part of the prison is underneath the river. So those bottom couple of layers have been flooded because of a hole that got punched through.
Does it make note of like how he was confined, or like what he was allowed to have on him, kind of thing, or what was done to keep him from being able to escape?
So they had him confined because they wanted to make sure he wouldn't be able to polymorph. So they gave him, like, they had special made these bracers for him that would block him from being able to use his magic. He was allowed to use the silverware that he got for eating, which was always returned back to him, back to the guards. Obviously, he was given a bedroll, and he was obviously given an oil lamp for the evenings. But other than that, he wasn't allowed paper, he wasn't allowed pen. They weren't allowed to give him specific, what they would call as herb items or components for spells. But when people went to go after the big explosion and the flooding of the prison, and having to move people because they didn't want them to drown and try to make room, which has resulted in a speed up of a lot of judgments and rulings to make sure people aren't staying in the prison, because there's now a lack of room and a lack of places to put them. They went to go investigate where Seta Longbow was, and his cell door was still locked, and his bracers were just chilling in the water.
Was his room the one that like stuff broke it from, or was it?
No, he was on the second floor. So that's the floor that the hole appeared from, but it was on the other side.
Gotcha.
But it seems that this one had quit because of the frustrations, because he couldn't find the answers, and the explosion in the prison just didn't make any sense to him. They took every precaution, they took everything, and it was just like, no, I'm done.
Gotcha. And there's no known accomplices from any of this paperwork?
None so far. None that you have known that anyone has mentioned, none that has given any leads as to people he might know. Like, he just seems to have appeared one day, decided to cause problems, maybe has infatuation with the king, unsure.
Does it note who captured him?
It does, actually. 'Cause he was caught by the head of the guards, which would have been... What was his name? He's somewhere in here. Hold on. Too many NPCs to count. Da 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 da. He was caught by Adasor Mistwalker.
Gotcha. I'll note that name down and put it aside for the moment. If you can put that in chat as well.
Yep. Can do. Another one that you would have read is about the same lines, but it seems to question whether or not these letters and the actions taken by these druids are really connected or if they just happen to be circumstantial.
Mm-hmm.
It mostly delves into whether or not these two things are actually connected, or is this just someone throwing a mist into the fire, or just a whole other person trying to catch the king's attention for a whole different reason.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, it talks about the stuff that they investigated, some of the bigger stuff like the parade of animals to the town, the main city, the random mountain of fish in the fountains. Like they took care of a lot of the bigger cases before it got to the extreme ones. But it also mentions these letters now being sent to them. Just like they're still going to the king, but then they just constantly keep getting sent to him, and they don't make any sense. They're like random numbers and letters in all kinds of places. They're a mix between different languages that lead to absolutely nothing that's other than saying, how was the wild goose chase, and like just constantly being harassed.
And this is one of the other investigators. Is the same. Who's the person that's writing these reports?
Each one have been different investigators. This was the one that eventually officially put the two connected, as in the letters, and said along about being connected because of this harassment that he was getting.
This particular investigator, who is this particular investigator?
This investigator is they put him down as Mr. Bosley.
Bosley, gotcha. Alright, so I'll put that name aside as well.
Alright. Mr. Bosley. Okay. That is all the information that you two were able to read through.
Okay. So as I'm reading this, at any point, if you want to chime in and tell me about the investigation report getting cut off.
Which investigation report?
I was talking to Wolf, but it looks like they're muted right now, so.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute.
Oh no, have you been talking a lot? Oh no!
No, I was hitting on my vape and I didn't want to make a loud screeching sound on the stream, so I muted myself.
Understand.
No worries.
Trying to be respectful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, whenever you find that thing get cut off or whatever you want to say at any point, just let me know. Because otherwise.
Oh yeah, I would have been relaying everything to you as I found.
Okay, so as soon as I hear about the cutoff, I'm gonna take special interest in that one in particular. Is that who's the reporter, the investigator on that report?
That one would have been. Let's see. That would have been. Where are you? I need to organize these people.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Remember, Fox is the being of chaos. That also means all their notes are absolute
Right.
chaos.
Oh,
Their
100%.
organization, absolute chaos.
It is a mess 100% of the time. Listen, I'm trying.
You see,
No.
the only real chaos with Fox is how he looks.
Mhm.
It would have been Alan Dupath.
All right, and Mr. Bosley and Alan Dupath are still employed with the guard, as far as I'm aware.
As far as you're aware, you've never encountered these people before, so
I figured I would have some sort of connection to like the city guard kind of deal. At least be aware of who people were.
Oh, I got you there. Serena would definitely have a connection with the city guard, considering her sister is the captain of the city guard.
so both of you would know. So Serena would definitely know a couple of the first few investigators, and you have met them occasionally on tasks. You have also met the one that was originally in charge of the letter scandal, because you have had some more issues with the royal guards and making sure to help them as well. Mr. Bosley and Alan Dupath are the only two investigators that you have not met.
Either of us.
Neither of you.
Gotcha.
They don't seem to be like of royal stature, nor do they seem to have been people that you've encountered with helping with the royal or with the guards.
So more paper pushers rather than like actual
Yeah.
investigation. Gotcha.
I could always contact my sister and see if she would know anything.
That might be worth investigating for sure. Definitely the two names that I'm gonna set aside for right now. Can we get up to the prison cell so we can take a look at those, see what all that was?
Yeah. So you're easily allowed to go, after going out and talking to the guards, allowed to go into the prison cell. They say that you're currently unable to go down to the second and third floors because they're completely flooded right now. They're working on getting people in to temporarily fix that hole so they can get the water out and then repair it. But at the current moment, they're unable to because it's the beginning of the harvest season. So like it's just starting to get warm. It's like these people have to come from different places. So at the current moment, you're unable to go to the second and third floor, but you are full range access to the first floor.
So where did this explosion flood point take place? Is that floor we have access to, or is it?
No, it would be on the second floor because you can't get down there with all the water at the moment.
Gotcha. So there's no way for me to actually like see what caused this explosion, or
not at the moment.
And that's where Seda would have been.
Yeah, that is where Seda was being held.
Okay, so there's no access. So I'm not even going to worry about it at that point if I can't directly access it.
Okay. But
I was thinking I could at least go investigate the impact, all that kind of thing, kind of get some clues for that. But if I can't actually get to it, I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, they said they should be able to have people out within the month to be able to get the water pumped out. But for right now, it's just a hassle.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that puts a little damper on that. Unless you know anybody that can... is it just, like, full flood? Or, like, what exactly is going on with it that it's actually inaccessible?
It's like full flood. Like all the water, because it is underwater, just filled up the entire floor space and then the floor space underneath it.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's a pain.
Yeah. He made it very hard to go and look at what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how long can you hold your breath?
Not nearly as long as you would hope. Although, my partner might be able to figure something out. I'm just trying to think like there's any way I can get can I at least like look into it, or is there like no way to like even look at what's going on with it?
Yeah, you can look down the stairs, but you like to be able to get onto the floor and look around on it is impossible at the current moment. But like you can look down the stairs and see the water and everything.
Gotcha. Okay. No, I'm just piecing it together in my brain. Do we have... How's the building laid out? Is it like stone, wood? What's the...
So the upper part of the castle is obviously stone and wood and all kinds of stuff. The prisons are definitely just pure stone structures. It was originally part like the first 2 floors were originally just carved out of the ground that was underneath, and then that 3rd floor was built with the help of some magical aid to add an additional prison cell at one point when they needed it.
Gotcha. Is there a way we could be overstayed a cell from the 1st floor, or is that something that's not able to be accessed?
There is a couple of cells that are directly above where Seta cell would have been.
Fantastic. Is it possible for me to, like, do something to be over that cell and maybe, like, make a hole or something into the ground to be able to look down into what the cell was?
If you could ask a couple of guards, roll a persuasion check to see if they'll let you put a hole in their in their prison.
So, I believe... Let me see. Persuasion. My minimum on that is going to be a 14.
A 14?
Minimum?
Minimum because of my my silver tongue from the College of Eloquence.
Oh, jeez. I thought mine was good with a +7.
Yeah, no, I can't roll anything lower than a 10 for my persuasion and deception checks. 22.
22. Alright. They can allow you access as long as you think it would be worth it to see his cell. Do you have anything that will allow yourself to punch a hole in the floor, or do they need to give you like tools or something?
Let me see what spells I have, because everything I have is like more roleplay focused rather than, actually the combat. I don't have anything myself. If I can convince one of them to do it, I'll do that instead. But I feel like it's relevant to me to be able to get access to it.
Alright. They will send some guys down there to help punch a hole through the cell.
Fantastic.
Alright. Let us get to that map then. For like at least a half a second, I was starting to think I didn't need this map. I was like, oh.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna do everything I can to...
You're fine.
solve the case.
Right. Let me adjust this. Make sure you guys are the right size. Alright, Seta would have been in... Ignore the morgue.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Not everyone makes it out of cells, so see if I can make this just a little bigger. There we go. Ignore the text. That was for another game. That's all I'm going to say on that. Don't worry about it.
Reading text move.
Alright. So they have you over where above Seta's cell. They're currently trying to break through the floor. You know that the explosion happened on the other side of the second floor, which would have been under the morgue, surprisingly.
Okay. And that's directly over the river?
Yeah.
Okay. So the water came in through the morgue, started to flood it, and has it drained the river at all? Like, is the river...
It hasn't drained the river, but it did shift the currents for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like, filling up, and the water has gone down a little bit, but for the most part, this is probably one of the biggest rivers in the country.
Gotcha.
Let me see how well these guards are gonna be at busting a hole down for you. Decent. Yeah. So it takes them about 25 minutes to finally crack through, and then another 10 minutes to make it big enough for you to look down into the cell.
Mm-hmm.
Before they give their small bows and then make their way out.
So it's just looking down into the dark water now?
Yes.
Fantastic. Do you have light by chance, Serena?
I should, yeah.
Yeah, if you can just
Upside.
yeah, just take a piece of rock or something light and then drop it into the water so we can look down into it.
Oh, that. I do not have that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's asking for
But if you need a torch, I can do that.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to... It's not super far down, I imagine, right?
No, it would have been... It's about 6 feet down to the bottom of the floor.
I've got dark vision for 120 feet, so I'm just gonna kind of look into it.
I got it for 60.
What can you see with your special eyes? Everything.
My brand!
So
go ahead.
I'm just gonna
roll perception. Perception. God, words.
Perception.
Dark Water. I
Both
saw
of
that
us or
movie in
just
Japanese. If you want to try seeing what you can see, go for it. Roll for it too. Yeah, Bard of Eloquence is cool for that. Yeah, right?
Good old natural 1.
Alright, so as
I was gonna say, as I'm looking down into it, I'm just gonna get like splash of water and just gonna. Bleh.
I mean, they did kind of churn up the water a bit, so you look down as a wave goes. I mean, you could get another chance.
I'm not taking a reroll on this. This is funnier.
Alright. What did you roll again, Sarna?
19.
19. Okay. So, as your mentor just gets coated in water from the river, you look down. From what you can see, it looks like it's similar to what the cell that you just were in, other than the hole in the floor. You can see they had a place for him to possibly rest. The discoloration of the floor would suggest that's where a bedroll was before it floated away. You can see what looks like a lantern that was fixed into place. And then you can see still floating in the cell, it seems to be a pair of shackles that are, well, not floating, but they're just sunken to the bottom. They're a bit heavier. But you see a pair of shackles just sitting at the bottom of the room.
Does anything look wrong with the shackles?
No, they seem to be locked. Other than that, they seem fine.
Okay. So I do not have detect magic or anything like that. So what Serena's gonna do,
How tall is her staff?
how tall is her staff? About as tall as she is, which I do not remember what I put for her height. Hold on. Oh no, I didn't put anything for her height. I'd say slightly over 5 feet.
Gotcha. So yeah, you've got like a full, like basically 2 feet on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what I can do, I'm going to use prestidigitation to mark the objects I see of the things that stand out, so that I forgot your character's name. I'm sorry.
Falk.
So that Falk can see them too.
Alright. You can do that. As you're wiping the river water out of your face, you look down as what items did you want to like light up, basically?
The floor where the discoloration is, the shackles. Much I have it 17. Just marking the different objects I see. So.
Okay, you say you want to mark the discoloration on the floor, the shackles, and then what else? There was a slight, it cut out for a second.
The stuff that you pointed out to.
Okay. So
specifically the shackles too, because you said I could see that they are still locked.
Yeah. So, as you're getting the water out of your face and just kind of just spitting out the water because you're like, great, river water, that's what I wanted today.
Yeah, absolutely.
The stuff down below are lighting up for you as Serena lights it up to kind of pinpoint. So you can see the discoloration where you would assume the bedroll was, and that has long since floated away. You see the oil lamp that seems to be fixed into place, and then you can see the shackles that seem to be still locked on the ground.
Okay. Appreciate it. How big is this hole that we're looking down into?
It's It's a decent size. It's about enough for like Serena could climb through, or you could climb through very easily.
Mm-hmm. All right. I bet you we could fish those out of the pointing to the manacles. I'm not going to tell you to climb in. That's not your job. But if you can, I don't know. I'm going to kind of like size her up a little bit. If I think I don't weigh like a whole ton of stuff, a ton. I was going to see if maybe she could hold the staff and I can like go down myself.
I mean, that's up to Serena.
I might be able to do one better. So part of my staff, the head is actually on a hinge to where the jaw opens and closes.
Perfect.
Fox, will you let me stick the staff down, open the jaw, and then close it on the shackles to bring them up?
Yeah, we're gonna play a fun fishing game. Awesome. I don't know what to label that as, or what kind of role. Let me think about that for a second.
I feel like it would almost be like a sleight of hand.
Yeah, let's do sleight of hand, because I feel like that has to be like quite some navigating to try to be like, eh.
Okay. This ain't good. Let's see.
I'll give her a bardic inspiration as well.
Woo, fancy! You got a bardic inspiration.
That's what, a D4?
D6.
What words of wisdom, or what are you gonna say, or what song are you gonna give?
So, I'm just gonna relate an old story of mine from glory days past of dungeon adventuring. This one time, my wife, she was trying to catch a fish, and feed us for the evening, and just kind of go off on a tale while she's doing it.
Okay, so he's telling you a fishing story about his wife as you're trying to fish out.
I got a 15 with the bardic inspiration.
A 15. I say, yeah, you'll be able to hook onto it. And then go ahead and roll. These are kind of. How strong is your staff?
It's made of solid gold.
Gold is not a strong material, unfortunately.
It's not a strong metal, but it is still metal.
Mm-hmm.
And it is solid. So while it is breakable, it's not easily breakable.
Actually, apparently they're only 2 pounds. Or really? They're only 2 pounds?
Yeah, that sounds right for manacles.
Okay. I don't know why I thought they were heavier. But yeah, you should be able to... You almost... It almost slips out of your dragon's mouth, but you managed to hook it as he's going on and on about this fishing story with his wife.
This isn't the way I wanted to show off the hinges on my staff, but it works, I guess.
It's just like, this is...
I was imagining like some epic thing, like I go to cast a fire spell, click the staff on the ground, the jaw opens up and the fire pours out, but no, it's just grabbing some manacles.
Just fishing, that's fine.
Let's be fair, this is funnier by far.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just like, I'm fishing up manacles. But you managed to get them. They're
Oh, by the way, Serena is visibly not happy doing this.
This is like I am putting my hands in water. This is gross.
It's a very she's seeing this as this is very beneath me task, but she's still doing it because military family rank and follow.
I give her a pat on the back as she pulls it up. Like, fantastic job. I really appreciate it. Probably did that better than my wife would have.
I thought you had a husband.
Yeah, him too.
Oh, congrats! The more the merrier.
Oh.
But yeah, you managed to pull these manacles up, and they are up with you, up on the floor.
I'm gonna, give her a moment to clean, like, wash her hands kind of thing, and go roll up my sleeves and pick up the manacles and take a look at them.
You're so used to royal
I was
people.
gonna say wash. I was gonna say wash and what? All there is river water, but I forgot. I've got prestidigitation. I could just clean everything off.
I imagine there's some other place to clean in this prison. I mean, we're still attached to, like, some sort of castle, right? Some sort
Yeah.
of...
Oh, all of this is gross.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
It's 100% beneath her. You've worked with enough nobles that you can see it on the face, and
She
you're just
100% wishes this wasn't all stone, so she could just burn this nasty dump to the ground.
You'll get used to it. You adventure long enough, everything gets not better, but more normalized.
That's almost as scary as the filth in this place.
This ain't so bad, and just kind of like wipes off a piece of whatever, and just
right.
kinda, like,
You need to know about the many partners that Falk
still
has.
cleaning the dungeons.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Trina's just like, I'm not having this.
Just a slight shudder.
But you do have the manacles. You are free to investigate them as much as you wish.
So they're still locked, obviously. Is there still magic on them?
You don't know. You have to cast.
I am implying I'm going to cast detect magic.
Alright, so you cast detect magic, and you find that it does not contain any magic on them anymore.
Interesting. Well,
I feel like the key word there was anymore.
well, we knew they put on a thing to disable magic from reading those letters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So at some point, somebody came in, disabled this, and then went from there, and he was able to transform out of here. All right. Interesting. Good to know. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna just, like, bring it with us. Is there still, like, guards stationed nearby, or what's the...
Yeah, so this, obviously, despite the fact that the lower two parts of the prison are flooded, there are a lot of... Other than the people they had to move out of this one, there is quite a few people in here. You do know that there have been constant people being moved out to go to court dates that have been drastically moved up. So that they can get as many people out of here as possible. They're still in the process of getting many of these people out. But you see a couple of the Yakfolk guards that are currently sorting and organizing more prisoners to take up.
Alright, who's in charge of the prison side of things? Is there, like, the warden or whoever here right now?
That would be... Oh my god. It's one of the twins. Shoot. What are their names? It's one
Tim
of
and
the...
Fam?
No. Shoot. Hey.
Tim and Sam?
Hey, Mom, I know you're in the chat. By chance, do you remember their names as I try to find them through my NPCs?
Oh, you mean one of the real twins?
No.
Oh.
No. There were a couple of NPCs that were another group encountered. I just don't remember their names. I feel like one started with a V, but I could be wrong.
Yakety and Yak?
No.
I'm sorry.
I mean, worst case scenario, I just change their name and then we'll have to somehow fix that later.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean like we did with backstory? Because you couldn't find any other characters for that either?
It's fine. I feel like it had to be...
Organized chaos. Great.
It's very organized chaos. I think it started with a V. I'm going to go... I think one of them was Victoria. I'm just not sure if that's the right one. Well...
I'm double checking. I'm checking with Brooke. Make sure she was actually watching it. I don't know if she's paying attention is the problem.
I can say that yes, and they have no answers for me.
This is fine. I just wanted to make sure.
We're gonna go with Victoria. If it's the wrong name. Victoria Mistwalker.
Fantastic. I will, politely ask the guard, which way to the warden's office? Da-da-da-da-da.
And they will direct you to back upstairs into an office.
Okay, so we'll go over to the office and I'll knock on the door.
All right. You hear some shuffling and you can hear some tings as they get up and they open the door. You see a elven woman with long blonde hair. She is currently in the middle of a stretch. What can I do you for?
I kind of toss the manacles to her. It's like, well, your flood seems to maybe have been caused from the inside, perhaps?
I mean, that would make sense. We assume that he did it from the inside to get out.
When were those enchanted? Who enchanted them?
And you can see she turns around like, let me look. I'm still in the middle of reorganizing. After I took over for father.
Understandable.
Let's see. Where would that document be? And she can hear her. Here, we'll give you some ASMR. She opens a couple of drawers and then just kind of messes with some papers and stuff.
As she's doing all this, I'm also gonna visibly look around the room with. I imagine my detect magic's still running.
Yeah. You can see. She obviously has an enchanted sword on her hip. You can see there's also another enchanted sword that seems to be sitting up on the wall. And then you can see what would be in that room. Yeah, she has a necklace that also seems to kind of glow with some kind of magic.
And that's everything in the room?
That is everything in the room, yeah.
Fantastic.
Let's see. Aha! It was done by Thalmer.
Do I know Thalmer?
You've heard of him.
Okay.
He's that's the name of the wizard that is the recluse out in the outside of town.
So one of the two that I had called for.
No, that's the one
No.
that had sent you about getting supplies.
Supplies, gotcha. Okay. Well, that's definitely a lead there. Got some nice swords.
Well, thank you. This one was given to me when I got this position, and that one's technically Dad's. He hasn't gotten rid of it yet. So it's just kind of sitting there until he does the paperwork, which he doesn't want to do. So who knows how long it's going to be there.
Fair enough, fair enough. You know anything else about the breakout?
Let's see. I mean, it just happened to be a busy day that day when he did that. Surprisingly. We have so many people right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as normal, like, near the end of winter, we usually have a lot of troublemakers. Gotta get in their problem phase before, the warm weather hits. A lot of drunks.
Mm-hmm.
He had been here, I believe he had only been here for like 4 days. His trial was set the next day.
And he didn't have any connections as far as you were.
He hasn't seemed to have
aware.
any. No. From what I can establish, sorry, I only skimmed through the notes.
Mm-hmm.
That he didn't really have any leads to saying that he had people in town that he talked to. He seemed to just come and go as he pleased, like he was there and then he was gone.
Was there anybody else missing from the cells when he got out?
Yes, actually. Not that it's much of a problem, but yes, not that it's 100% a problem, but technically, we lost because it was in the middle of transporting a body up to the morgue. We lost the body of Thyven. He got very drunk, and we put him in prison, not knowing how much he had drinking, and he unfortunately passed from the alcohol. And then the explosion happened as they were in the middle of transporting his body, and he just kind of went whoosh out the hole.
The body's completely unrelated to where. Well, do you have any paperwork on this Fiven person?
Yeah.
Just a town drunk? What's his story?
He's an elderly folk. He's up in his years. He's about 400 something. Let's see. She pulls out a very small paperwork file. Up until he's been a model citizen up until his wife died, which she died like 20 or so years ago. And you know how those old men get. They're very sentimental.
Believe me, my husband would be absolutely mortified if I were to pass.
Right. But we thought he was getting better until obviously we ended up having to arrest him for being drunk. And then
when did you arrest him by chance?
The day before the explosion, like the night before. He was causing problems in town, wouldn't leave the inn, And he was just...
What inn would that have been?
Let's see. Let me pull up the correct Google Doc. Hold on.
Me knowing nothing, just going, oh, there's a string here I can pull.
Here's a string. Let me... Whoop. Wolf is just sitting there like, give me all the information, please.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see. Let's see. Ends. Rivers, no. Is it? Whoop, nope, that's not it. Good thing no one can see that. That would have been... Cool. That would have been some... That's fine.
Delete the VOD. Delete the VOD.
Delete the... No, I can't delete the VOD. We have to learn how to edit videos real quick. It was... The Wandering Bard.
Wandering Bard. Interesting. Anybody else captured in between Seda and the explosion? Or can I get the records by chance?
You sure can. There are quite a few people. Mostly drunks, given that it was about to begin the harvest season, and you know how they celebrate. Drunks, a couple of thieves. Nothing more than the usual. But I can give you their files if you wish.
It would be much appreciated. Anything to help in this investigation.
She will pull out quite a few files, and she pulls out like at least 20, and then I guess she'll hand it to Serena. I assume you're the assistant, right? Here you go.
Serena will take them with a slight glare.
Oh, don't be having a look on that face. You're too pretty for that. Anywho.
As she hands it to Serena, I'm just gonna like grab a file and just like skim it real quick, and anything that's like doesn't seem like it has like any promise, I'm just gonna kind of like toss back towards the desk.
Okay. So as Serena's just sitting there holding it, you're just kind of looking through it. You come across a couple of drunks. You come across a kid who was doing some selling what he called some fun stuff. Basically, he was trying to sell drugs. Didn't go very well. He's currently in a court hearing, according to the file. There is a couple of petty thieves. There was a couple of men who were arguing that ended up both being detained for having a fight in the middle of the street. You're just going through and through and through, and then you obviously none of them seem to catch your interest. They seem to be normal, everyday petty crimes. Nothing out of the ordinary in these.
That's all I needed to, if they're all junk, they're all junk.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. To both, I say to both.
No problem, and she will quickly shuffle the stack back together, in a nice organized state, and then put them back in her thing.
Well, back to the streets, I guess.
Of course. Have fun. Oh, who
Thank
am I
you.
sending the bill for the hole in my prison? The one you made.
In all technicality, your guards did that.
Technicality, yes. But someone has to pay, and they can't afford it.
How much is the fee?
Hold on. you're looking at about anywhere between about 106 gold.
Yeah, just send the bill to my place. I'll pull something out of the treasury and we'll get it taken care of.
Alrighty, thank you, hon.
Of course.
Bye, pretty face.
Just one more thing.
Oh.
What was it, her necklace?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic necklace.
Well, thank you.
That a gift or?
Yeah, me and my sister both wear them. My father gave it to us as a sign of protection, I guess. You know, sentimental old man.
Fabulous. And your father's still out of? How recently did they switch roles? Is kind of where I'm.
He was, quote unquote, forced to retire. He retired about a month ago.
So after the explosion and all that?
Before the explosion, his eyesight was going, and they were like, well, it's time to go, man. And he was refusing, and about a month ago, they forced him to retire.
Gotcha. So he left right before the explosion. The explosion happened
About 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, you said?
Yeah.
So she was in charge during that time period.
Right.
Okay, I'm just trying to get timelines.
Yep.
Alright, well. Take care.
You too. Bye, pretty face. Don't be too grumpy now.
Serena just turns.
Oh, the feisty ones. Alright,
The self-control.
where are you going to next?
Did we ever hear about the person that can do the magic? Or were they...
Ira and Valman, they have not responded yet.
Yeah. Do we know of any others? Where did he get arrested at? Do I have that information?
Yes. Seta got arrested. Let me get my map of the city. A lot of things I gotta pull up today.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be the most pain in the butt.
Oh, that's fine. It just makes me more prepared for next time, because I'm gonna have to be like, oh, alright, here we go. Bum 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 bum. What district was that?
Also, about what time is it in universe?
It is, so Serena would have probably showed up at your office, because she would not have showed up at the crack of dawn.
Mm-hmm.
So about...
as much dawn as it can be.
I would say if she was really eager, she would be there about 8 in the morning, and it would have been about, after going through documents and files, you would probably be close to about lunch, about the time where the red moon in the sky is at its middle point.
Mm-hmm. These moons have names, right?
Yeah, you know, the blue moon is known as Selene, named after the blue moon goddess, and fuck, I hate. Why does her name have to be so hard to say? I chose her. Why does she have to be a pain in my butt?
Because you chose
Just
her.
change it. Just change it.
No, I like her.
Like you've been doing.
I like her, but where does her name so hard?
Trust me, I get the feeling. My name is a tongue twister.
Ryanon.
Serenus Veronigo.
It's called the Rye. The red moon's called the Rye moon, and it's named after the red moon goddess, Ryanon. Ryanon. I will put the name in chat because you can
Rhiannon?
maybe.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
Like the actual name Rhiannon? Yeah, that's Rhiannon.
Rhiannon. I am
Rhiannon.
bad at
Yeah.
names.
I actually know a couple of Rhiannon. Unless you want to pronounce it Rhiannon.
I'm very bad at names. Like, listen, if you looked at the first map I ever made, like, the names in general are just horrible. Where?
Yeah, I think I remember the last time we played there was a lake called Unnamed Lake.
Lake Aname?
Haname. There's also an ocean that just didn't have a name that says twins please name.
Yeah. And they never did.
They did, I just never fixed the map. What had happened? What district did he get busted in? I would say he got busted in the Bronze district.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over to whatever location he got busted in and go from there.
Okay. Do I have a city? Do I have like a street map that we can use?
I just realized a question I should have asked forever ago.
Okay.
Yeah, go.
What land are we in right now? Like, are we in my family's
No.
city? Or...
You're in
Okay.
the capital. This is the king's city.
Okay. So hop, skip, and jump across the river. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think Fox showed me the map at one point, and it was like in the middle of somewhere.
I got the map if you need it.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it. I think it's in our chat here. I just gotta find it.
Can
That's
I
your character sheet.
can I find a generic street map that we can use for right now? So I'm working on redoing the entire this capital and the other capital.
There you go. I put it in the chat.
Yeah, this one.
In the big one at the top of that. Top
Yeah.
of the river.
Yep. I remember this.
And my family's land is the one directly below it.
On the other side of the river or straight?
Yep.
Okay.
Straight down on the other side of the river.
Perfect.
I'll use this one. We'll just use a simple city map for right now. Or a simple street map for right now. When I have a better city map.
Yeah. No worries, no worries.
Uh-oh. Are you gonna work, or are you just gonna be broken? We'll find out.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Perfect cutoff.
Yep.
Next time on Dragon Ball.
Oh, it did load. Oh, thank God. I put it on the wrong layer! Retry.
As you do.
Sorry for laughing at
That
you,
might
but-
actually have been why that took so long to load, actually. Now that I think about it. Maybe it was just like, this is a weird thing to put on the token level, and I'm like, not paying attention. It's fine. Nope, still taking just as long. It's fine. So that was not the case. Just take
There it
no,
goes.
that's a
Well, in
little
your
faster.
defense, you're not known for your attention.
It's fine. Let's go. Oh my god, make the map bigger, please. I need to be able to fit my tokens on it. Alright.
Never thought I'd get motion sickness looking at a map.
I'm sorry. Don't look at it.
I was trying to fix it on my end to where it was centered, and every time I got it centered, it would move away from me again. Like,
I'm sorry. There you go.
Ooh.
You're in the bronze district.
Oh. Well, I avoided the sneeze, so.
Woo! Well, I guess I don't have to pull out my book. It's just waiting.
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 It's got all my D100 charts in it. It's just chilling.
Ping.
Ping. Alright. You're in the bronze district. You know he got busted. He just happened to be in the middle of the road. He popped out of the sewers, and then just happened to have a guard nearby, and he was like, "Oh shit!" and then caught him. And that happened to be, from what you know, the head of the guard.
Andor. Or Adador.
Adador, yeah.
Adador, yep.
Adador.
Does Adador live near here, or is it just a patrol area? What's the...
He happened to have just been on patrol that day. He usually takes turns, because a lot of people don't like the Bronze District, because obviously that's where the more unwell-off people are.
Would bringing Serena here be actually a good idea, or should I, kind of...
That's up to you. It's like, you need to get her experience. I mean, what's more experience than the Bronze District?
Are you by chance able to, disguise your staff? Or is it something that's, just one of those things?
So out of character, that depends on how
He
loose we
just
can
popped out
make
of the
this
sewers
description.
like, daisies!
I can illusion it. I can make illusions that can fit in my hand. So technically, the staff fits in my hand.
I can say you could use it to, disguise it as some other metal other than gold.
Okay, so I'll prestidigitation, make it just look like,
Just like
make it look
basic
like it's
metal
made
scrap.
out of scrap iron.
Okay.
And then probably
And-
just throw a cloak over or whatever, if you have something simple like that.
I mean, obviously,
I'm-
you have to put a hood over. 'Cause
I'm always gonna give her a heads up. It's a rougher part of town. You probably don't want to go walking around with all the fancy.
yeah. Obviously, you can't get rid of your golden scales on your skin. So,
The red scales on my
The
red
red-
scales on my cheeks and
yeah,
cheeks and belly and the fancy ass robes and shit that just mark me as being part of the family that runs the entire military.
this marks you as very rich.
I imagine I would have something, you know, a little bit more like frumpy back at the office
Yeah.
that she could put on.
Your partner has they're about the size of your partner. It's easy enough to give them a worn cloak from them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is more around the kind of people I'm used to dealing with. I mean, I play both sides, but you know,
Makes sense.
tend to slum it a bit more often than I'm in the fancier part of town. So,
And I typically tend to avoid these parts.
yeah. So,
Don't like to be mixed with the common drabble.
these were my people once upon a time, you know.
Not saying anything against you.
Yeah. Nothing against
Just-
dragons.
Not my thing.
Yeah. So we'll go to the particular like sewer that he came out of and just kind of like peruse.
Yeah. So let's just kind of scoot my map over just a smidge.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't look at it. So we'll say, just so I don't have to look at the edge of the map because it's ugly. And he came out of this sewer right here.
Okay. Is there anyone? What's the crowd situation kind of like? Is it just like?
There's a couple of people out. A lot of people are in inns right now, either getting food. You can hear local inn over here. Come on, ping. Ping!
Mm-hmm.
Over here, being very rowdy. There's a couple of people going to and from. You can hear people just like... Obviously, a lot of people aren't fully paying attention to you. I mean, they are looking at you, but like they're not really caring. Like,
Yeah.
they have other
Yeah,
business
I'm
to
not
attend
somebody-
to.
Is this a stall here?
That is... What is that?
Or what are like the buildings that are surrounding this that
Alright, yeah, so over... Someone drew a person. Over here is obviously the inn. About over here would be a general store right here.
Okay.
Right here... would be another store.
Mm-hmm.
Here is kind of like... This is kind of where the well is. This is where people are getting water. This is where some people are talking to shoot. Over here is some pop-up stalls. Some people trying to sell some wares.
I'm just kind of trying to establish what businesses would have seen like the capture kind of deal.
Yeah. This one up here, they are... If I remember... Are we on the right side of town for that? This would be... So general store, that's another store. I think that's the herbalist store. If I'm in the right... Yeah. I would say that's where most people are getting their medicines and stuff from.
Gotcha.
Why does the one dude have a long-ass arm?
Just cause. We'll go over to this one to start because I feel like they would probably have the best view out of their shop into the street where he was captured.
Yeah. So you make your way over there. Okay. You enter the store. There is a elven lady at the desk. She just kind of yawns, and she's like, "Sales on aisle 3. If you need any
No.
assistance, please don't."
Well, I mean, if that's how you want to do business, that's how you want to do business, but I actually had a few questions for you, if you don't mind.
She turns to look at you. What?
Do you recall about time period ago, a man coming out of a sewer, city guard capturing him?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
You didn't happen to see it?
No, I wasn't working that day. Jerry was.
I appreciate it. Is Jerry here by chance, or?
No, he took the day off. Something about going fishing. Something.
Fair enough, fair enough. Always some good fishing.
Picking up
Well, I
rats.
appreciate... Yeah, look, it's part of the bit.
You know, I'm trying to have her accent, and she's just slowly picking up your accent. I'm like, oh no.
You gotta keep changing it. Yeah, I appreciate her time, and I'm gonna go, basically look around, see if anybody actually saw, the interaction.
Yeah, so, what places do you go to first?
I went to that one. I guess I'll go... Is this supposed to be a decking kind of thing going?
Yeah.
The situation? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go over this next one. If there's an entrance on this side, they would have been able to see it. I'm just kind of looking at all the places that could have directly seen him coming out of the grate.
Yeah. Alright, yep, okay. What character is that? Oh, yeah, okay. So you enter that one and hi, how may I help you? And it is a gray-skinned Fomorian. You can kind of see the silvery blue lines going through her skin.
I kind of asked her the same question I asked the previous one.
Let me think. Yeah, I remember that. I was checking out Mr. Johnson. He was so wanting this what was it again? This weird cheese that we had gotten. I remember there was a big commotion outside. I remember that handsome guard that comes through. He managed to catch them.
Had you seen the person that was captured before? Did
Yeah.
they ever hang around here?
No, I don't think so. I usually remember names and faces. Although I've never seen you around, so I'm gonna have to remember your face.
I'm Falk. I'm with the city. Do investigations from time to time. Usually not this manner, but
Yeah, totally.
you know.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, you don't know him, never seen him before.
No, I don't think so. Like I said, I usually remember face. He was all kind of raggedy looking and kind of gross looking. But,
Well, he did come out of a sewer, so that's fair.
Yeah. Anything else I can help you with, hon?
No, that's really it. I'm gonna keep looking around. I do appreciate your time, though.
Alright, no problem. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Yep. And I'll go to the next building and, same deal.
I believe, are you going up to the herbalist? Are you making a circle then?
Yeah, let's just do the circle.
Alright. The minute you walk in, you get a strong sense of all these herbs hit you out once.
Yeah. Oof. Oh. Woo.
So you make your way up there to the herbalist, who is currently in the process of grinding some stuff. And he will tiredly look at you and go, Hi, how can I help you today?
Hi there. Same deal. Just ask about the commotion, see if he remembers it, see if he knows who that was by chance.
Yeah, I remember that. They caught that druid fella.
Yeah, did you happen to know him or anybody that knew him?
I didn't know him per se, but I knew he come in every now and then to get, like, a couple of herbs here and there. They were just quick stuff.
Do you happen to have a ledger of that by chance, or anything like that?
No, we don't really keep ledgers here. I don't think
Did he ever did he ever come in with anybody? Anybody
No, he
ever
would
with him?
always... No. Yeah, at first he used to have some weird change. But he started coming in with regular money.
Do you have any of that weird change by chance?
Actually, yeah. We couldn't really do anything with it. But yeah. I have to remember what it's called. Hold on.
Yep.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Alright. Yeah. So he will hand you this very thin looking gold coin. It has on it this weird, strange bird that you've never seen before.
I'll like look it over and then I'll flick him what I feel is like an equivalent coin in exchange for it.
Yeah, and he'll take that and put it in his drawer. Thank you, mate.
Appreciate it. If you ever happen to hear from him or hear anybody looking for him otherwise, if you could give the old
Yeah, we can give you a call.
yeah.
Listen, like, I didn't know he was a criminal when he first came through, so now that I know, I'll make sure you all know.
Well, I don't even know. I mean, aside from the jailbreak and all that, I don't know how much actual criminal activity he's been up to. More of a nuisance problem, but
Yeah. Here, real quick. He also came in with this weird other coin. He slides you this green-looking coin. It has a hole punched through it, so whatever image was on it, you were unable to discern.
gotcha. I'm just gonna like kind of pocket that one as well. And would my partner know anything? Do I feel like this is something my partner would know about?
Maybe. They didn't really have money on them like
Right.
this.
Didn't need to.
Yeah.
Oh, your partner. Right?
My other part. Yeah, other part.
Yeah.
My bad. I forget. I'm just a shadow.
Well, I mean, give it time. Different
Oh, I
kind of
know.
partner. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you don't remember ever hearing any talks about stuff like this before, but like, you don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Something to ask them later. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank them, and yeah. If you can think of anything else, just let me know. I really appreciate your time.
No problem.
Oh, one more thing. What was he buying?
Oh, he was buying lots of things. Let me think off the top of my head. I know he bought thyme the one time.
Just give me a list of it later. That's
No, it's alright. He bought He bought some... Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. There's a lot. Hold on. Why did I write so many things? It's fine. Yeah. No, I'll send you the list later.
Perfect. I just got the text. Finally figured it out.
Just got the text. What?
Mom texted me asking me what I'm playing.
Oh.
Ah, they're all clear.
Hey!
Yay! I see the Discord.
I couldn't figure it out, and I put some accidentally. I was just marking where you were saying people were, and then you said that one arm was long, and then my ADHD brain made it longer. And then there was a squiggly where I tried to move my character, and I still had the pen on.
It's just like, he's just going to town. I was just going to let you suffer for a while, and then I realized you wanted me to delete it, and I was like, oh, okay. I was half expecting more people to
I deleted it
show
myself if I could.
Alright, how about the other stalls and stuff? I'm just gonna, basically, as I'm going, I'm just asking people if they seen this person, if they knew any connections that they had, kind of thing.
A lot
Looking
of people.
for any kind of lead.
Most other people that you interrogate, because I don't feel like doing voices right now, no
Yeah,
one
no,
else seems to know like much about him, other than when he popped up out of the sewer and the guards caught him.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem
nobody-
like he caused a lot of trouble in the Bronze District.
Okay.
And Serena is just awkwardly and silently following you around, trying not to make a noise because she feels that her voice would be recognizable because accents.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm just... I do apologize for, like, stealing a lot of the focal point.
Dude, it's perfectly okay. The way I have planned for playing Serena, she does not really have any room to be talking in a lot of this.
Perfect. Yeah, just let me know if I'm overstepping anything.
You're perfectly fine.
So, I guess we'll go see if we can't find... Is there any other guard walking about right now?
Yeah, there seems to be a guard walking around.
I'm gonna walk over and stop him and just be like, is Adador working today?
No, he's not in rotation for another week or so.
Gotcha. I know Adador, right? Like, peripherally?
Yeah, you met him before.
Would I know where he lives by chance, or is this something I'm gonna have to go to the office and do all that kind of thing for?
You're gonna have to go up. You know him, but you're not on a personal level.
Personal level, obviously. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna, appreciate it. I'll go check the office out and do that because I'm just trying to find any other string to pull. But
Yep.
what kind of food's around?
Lots of food. A lot of the foods you've grown up with. There's a couple of bread stands. There's a couple of some foods that have been fried in oil.
I kind of look at Serena. It's like, you hungry at all? You want to grab something on the way before we get to the guard stand, or?
We can if you'd like. I do not really know what's edible around here.
Evan's
Bowl of chili, I gotcha.
Alright, are you going to a stall or are you going to an inn?
Let's go to a stall real quick, and it's just something we can grab on the way, kind of thing. Because like
Yeah.
we've been going all morning. I'm just like need a second to like sit and think, but I don't want to sit like a full crowd of people.
Right. Hold on. Let me. I'm looking.
I ain't got nothing. Hold on.
Oh, ha.
You wanna know the worst part is I actually was reaching around like you can see me right now.
I do that sometimes. I forget I don't have a VTuber, and I'll just do like stupid little reactions to comments. And like you can't see that I'm doing that because my PNG will just open its mouth and shut its mouth, open its mouth and shut its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But the stall has the stalls. One of the stalls that you go to, it has scones, it has meat on a stick, it has these like bread type things with like meat on the inside. I can't think what they're called.
Yeah, just something easy. Like, what's the equivalent of like a hot dog kind of deal?
Yeah,
Meat on a stick.
meat on a
Yeah.
stick, or like
With the bread, yeah. Bread and
it would be that like
meat in the bread, yeah.
meat in the bread. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever kind of things like that. And I'm just, gonna take a seat where I can sit because like everything's a little bit taller than I am, so it's a little bit harder for me to actually have a place to sit and just kind of like
Right.
look out.
Right. You pay your copper. You go sit down. You eat. How many did you get, and did you buy any for Serena?
Yeah. I get like basically each one and just like kind of offer it to her as I sit and like put my finger to the head and just kind of like think as I'm like holding in the other hand, like.
Yeah. So he hands you this equivalent of like for fast food for you.
Serena cautiously takes it.
Yeah, it's like to you it looks like this like round bread. Like just like looks like he just handed you a thing of bread. But he'll bite into
Military
it.
rations.
Yeah, kind of. He'll bite into it and like hot steam and like the meat on the inside will come out.
Not a single person here has seen or heard of this Seta character. Only the apothecary, is if that's
Yes.
right.
Yes, that is the correct term that I couldn't
herbalist.
say the name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. How does a guy have A, no connections, and B, go completely unknown from this entire community, just pop out of one of the drains and get arrested like that?
Or is it the opposite and he's got all the connections and everybody's lying?
See, I've got an ear for this kind of thing. Nobody's like really lying to me. From as far as I can tell, at least. So either he's a complete phantom, or he's not from around here, and I don't know how he ended up in the storm drain. And then just take a big bite of the thing, and just kind of like sloppily like,
Very grossly.
very curious. Yeah.
Serena will nibble on her. Do we have it? Do we? Out of character, do we have his full name?
The druid you're looking for, his name is Seta Longbow.
Okay. We could try and access the city records.
See, one would think if we had access to that, somebody would know something. But of the records that I have out of character, would I be able to infer that his record's somewhere, or is it one of those like he's one of those other people?
You would infer because it would have been put in the report, like, because you went down to the prison and everyone had records, everyone had documentation, but he didn't have that in his box or in any of the reports. So you would assume he's one of those other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's unfortunately not one of not someone from around here. So I don't believe we have any kind of records, and if he's just this complete rogue agent, that makes it even harder to believe, because you at least have to have some sort of connection to suddenly appear in town, unless you're one of those full-on other people.
What do you mean by other people?
I suppose complicated. People just show up sometimes, and I don't mean just from like out of town. They just appear here on occasion.
That sounds like what's the word? That sounds like a thing in and of itself.
Yeah, it's I've got a partner like that. That's why I got those coins. Maybe they know something, maybe they can lead me somewhere. Just a hunch of mine, but still curious.
Jesus, Nix. Sorry, my throat's scratching and thumbing really loud.
That's okay.
It's definitely.
Hey Fox,
Yes. Go.
Yeah, continue. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's definitely worth looking into, and for the moment, it seems like it's the only thing we have to go on. The only ideas, the only connection I have that might help right now would be my sister, but that's just if we need to get to the guard.
Yeah, well, we'll get that taken care of. And I'm looking at this list that Fox just finally put in. Do any of those stand out to me, Fox?
I'll be right back, guys.
You would know that two of those are meant to. One is a herb meant to be used for healing. One is a herb meant to help with like, it's a hallucinogenic. You've heard of it occasionally. And then there's at least two on there that are meant for resistance against poisons, which would set up a red flag to you as to, because why is he getting resistance to poison herbs?
Right. Like, of the things being purchased, like, how many of those would be used on oneself as opposed to, like, for other people, kind of thing, is kind of what I'm trying to piece together. Like,
all of them would be used on himself, unless you would need a couple other ingredients to be able to make them for, like, you mean you could put them on somebody, like 100%, but then, like, you would have to be in full physical touch for that. It's not something you can easily. A lot of these can be grounded up and turned into, like, palms, like lotion type stuff.
Right.
One of them can be brewed if you have honey and another ingredient into, like, a drink. and taken like a tea, but that's about it. A lot of these could be made into teas, honestly, if you had enough time and patience.
Yeah, okay.
Except
so
the mushroom.
It's starting to...
Except the mushroom.
Right, it's starting to feel like this is more of a lone agent, in spite of, like, there's probably still something else going on here. This is more intended for self, but it could still be as part of a group, is what I'm kind of thinking.
Okay.
Once Wolf gets back, I guess we can continue. Just kind of...
I think we're going to, because it is getting late.
Yeah.
We are going to put a pin in that.
Put a pin in it?
Yeah. So
Perfect.
You have a couple leads.
Good spot to stop.
You have some information. We'll just wait for Wolf.
Yeah.
In the meantime, let's put something silly on here to confuse the shit out of him. 'Cause why not? What do I got? What kind of images do I have?
Just put a dragon in.
Just
a full on, like, full on monster.
Surprisingly, I don't have a dragon saved. I have this though. Hold on. Well, give it a second.
Back, sorry. Ooh, Skyrim.
Damn it! I forgot you all played Skyrim.
Yeah.
It was like, let me throw something silly on the screen to confuse Wolf.
Oh, please. I've got that game on every system I own. And have since it came out.
In 2011.
Oh my goodness. Alright, but for now, I think we're going to pause it here. We've been going for about almost 3 hours now.
Fair.
And you guys are playing
what I
next...
missed during my restroom break.
Nothing. He was just asking about what kind of... if the herbs could be used for, like, multiple people or just for one person and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we will continue this, ironically, because you guys have next week. So next Saturday we will get to continue this.
Wahaha, we are one-upping everyone.
So you guys will be a day ahead of everyone. Well, a game ahead, maybe not a day ahead.
Yeah, time's relative.
Yeah.
Wibbly wobbly timey-wimey.
Hopefully next week I will have your guys, because I'm making 4 versions of the same calendar, just so I can keep track of what day everyone is on.
Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully by then I have that done. And
yeah, sounds good.
I can link that to you. And you can see what Monday Crew got to see, which is, there is no Monday. Which ruined their name. They're like, now what do we do? But regardless, it's been fun. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Figuring shit out. Investigation.
You really just put me through my paces and going, I really should organize my NPCs. No, it's fine.
I'm gonna ask you so many questions, Fox. You have to be prepared for this.
I'm prepared. I have notes upon notes, but at the same time, is any of it organized? No.
And just wait until Serena starts showing her colors. She'll keep you on your toes, too.
I know. I'm just...
You're gonna have to be prepared with us, because I'm gonna ask you for all kinds of bullshit.
I mean, I already got a taste of some of that bullshit. Like, can I use prestidigitation to trick a magical letter?
and I'm a test how how good your thinking on the spot is.
So far, haven't been fully stumped.
So far.
So far. Other than having to find names and going, where is it? Staring at my files, staring at all the names. It's somewhere in here.
Might be a good idea to invest in some world anvil.
I have a world anvil. I have to have the time to delete everything on there because that world doesn't exist anymore. Because I made it when I was first starting this campaign, and it changed drastically in the 3 years it took me to write the campaign. So I need to delete all of that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if we're good there, I am gonna go take a stretch and all that fun stuff. And say hi to Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. I don't know, maybe. Maybe, Mom. That's all I'm gonna say. Anywho.
I kind of wish I could see chat. I don't know what's going on.
Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. You all get to hear my ending spiel. If you like what you watched and you want to come see more stuff like this, next Saturday, we're playing D&D, and you can come hang out. We're also supposed to be playing Stardew next Tuesday if you want to come hang out with us then too. If you want to come hang out after the streams, we're usually all in the Discord. I don't have the twins to do all the links, so I guess I have to do all the links. There's a link to that if you want to come hang out with us. If you also want a link to all my socials, I am working... How do you spell socials? Fuck. I confused my own program because it doesn't know what I'm trying to spell. Socials? Question mark? Yes, I did it. The fourth time's the try. If you want to leave a link to all my socials, you can definitely come check those out. I am also starting to, of course, put on secrets and lots of fun lore stuff, and I'm eventually going to be posting the episodes to Patreon. If you want to go and support me on Patreon and get to see some of the sneak peeks and stuff that I've been working on. Or if you want to wait, and then there's also the link to the YouTube channel. I will be eventually posting the episodes on there as well. If you want to give me a gift, you do not have to. You guys just coming and hanging out and being a part of the stream is all I ever asked. But if you wish to come give me a gift, there's a link to the throne. There's stuff on there for me. There's stuff on there for the bestest of roommates. There's stuff on there for the Mal. All hail Mal. She deserves all the treats. And there's stuff on there for the kids. I hope to see you guys next week. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And I will see you next time. Say bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.